Russia struck Shostka station twice in one morning. Civilians, then those who came to help, caught in the blast. Smoke rises, lives hang in balance. Deliberate, cruel, calculated, the railway warns. Is this just another strike, or a warning to all of Ukraine and allies? A Russian drone attack tore through a railway station in northeastern Ukraine on October 4th, leaving at least 30 people wounded in what President Volodymyr Zelensky is calling a deliberate act of terror against civilians. The strike hit the station in Shostka, a city in Sumy Oblast, just as passengers prepared to board a train bound for Kyiv. According to Ukrzaliznytsia, Ukraine's state railway company, it wasn't just one attack. It was a calculated double-tap strike.
The second strike on the electric locomotive occurred while evacuation was already underway. A cowardly attack aimed at cutting off transport links with our frontline communities.
The double-tap method is particularly brutal. First responders arriving at the scene of the initial strike become targets themselves when the second drone hits. It's a tactic designed not just to destroy infrastructure, but to kill those who come to help, to spread maximum fear, to paralyze communities. Video footage from the scene shows the charred remains of passenger carriages, flames licking through shattered windows, smoke billowing into the morning sky. Emergency crews worked through the wreckage as medics treated the injured on site. Among the wounded were 3 children. Ola Hruhorov, head of the Sumy Regional Military Administration, was blunt in his assessment. The enemy deliberately struck civilian infrastructure, a passenger train on the Shostka-Kyiv route. Zelensky didn't mince words either. Writing on X, he stated,
A savage Russian drone strike on the railway station in Shostka, Sumy region. All emergency services are already on the scene and have begun helping people. The Russians could not have been unaware that they were striking civilians. And this is terror the world must not ignore.
Reuters confirmed the details on Saturday afternoon, with local district head Oksana Tarashuk telling Ukraine's public broadcaster that approximately 30 people were injured. No deaths were immediately reported, though the full scope of casualties was still being determined as rescuers combed through the damaged trains. This attack is part of a broader pattern. Moscow has ramped up strikes on Ukraine's railway infrastructure over the past 2 months, hitting it almost daily according to multiple reports. Just 2 days earlier, on October 2nd, Russian forces struck railway infrastructure in Odessa Oblast, injuring 1 person, Deputy Prime Minister for Restoration Oleksiy Kuleba confirmed. Sumy Oblast has become a focal point of this pressure. The region shares a direct border with Russia, and Moscow has been relentless in its daily attacks there. In the spring, Russian forces tried to open an entirely new front line in Sumy, seizing several villages in May and June and pushing to within 20 kilometers of the regional capital. Moscow continues to dismiss international calls for an unconditional ceasefire, even as it carries out strikes like this one. The message from Russia seems clear. Ukraine's civilian population is fair game. Infrastructure is fair game. Anyone, anywhere, at any time.